OK, Bob Brown said during the week that Julia Gillard is a victim of sexism. Now, Bob Katter disagrees, and in running the argument, he explains just how tough it must be to be a Queenslander. Here he is.
Well, it's pretty hard coming from a state, Queensland. Governor-General is a woman, our Governor is a woman, our Premier is a woman, and our Prime Minister is a woman. I don't think sexism is, riding high in Australia. I think, if anything, probably the other way around.
And that's before you even count the homosexuals.
It's pretty hard being in Queensland.
As a Queenslander, I can say there are no homosexuals in Queensland.
How come the Chief Justice of Queensland isn't a woman? There's a gap there. There's a gap to be filled.
It's an administrative blunder, I think.
It's a strange thing, this accusation that she's... I mean, I'm not sure that she is. She's just having everything... She's just having everything thrown at her that is available to be thrown at her. And frankly, she is a woman of the most astonishing resilience. She's not breaking under this.
But an impression, I think, developed out of all of that it was Julia Gillard herself who was complaining about sexism because of the Mike Willesee interview where she did say that different judges...
When do you cry? Do you cry?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, even the Prime Minister who used to cry all the time never
I take your point about the questions, but she did say that guys who wear suits were judged in a different way.
Barry, that was not a complaint. It was not an appeal for sympathy. It was the merest description, accurate, that things are a bit different. I don't think she was asking for special leave there at all.
Yeah, I think if anything she was trying to explain the phenomena of which the interviewer was referring. She's saying, oh, well, I think it's a bit weird in some ways, Prime Ministers normally wear trousers.
I think in this
country,
the
occasional skirt,
if people go the sexist attack on Gillard in this country, it rebounds on them. I don't think it works.
It's more about trust than that. OK, final observation.
OK, just a quick one on Alcoa. This is a company, right, that has had billions of dollars of taxpayer assistance in the form of cheap power from Victorian taxpayers whose own power bills are surging. This government is kind of on the way to a clean energy future, yet seems very desperate to save this industry, which is one of the grubbiest ones, right? And the opposition, which was terribly worried about aluminium while the carbon tax package was being put together, is all like, meh, I don't know. Maybe it can go.
David?
Even quicker on Shakespeare. This has been the week of Shakespeare, the week of Macbeth, the week of Richard III, the week of Hamlet. But, I think the Shakespeare of the week is actually The Tempest. I think it's Prospero whipping up storms out of nothing. Over to you.
Look, I'm proud to say Australia has confirmed itself as an entrepreneurial and creative nation within hours of Anthony Albanese using the old anti-Goldwater line, in your guts, he's nuts. Someone had a T-shirt out there with the words, the photo of Tony Abbott for $25, and I hope they make a fortune.
OK, we'll leave you this week with a man not mentioned this morning in the whole Canberra soap opera, and that's Malcolm Turnbull. He may be out of mind, but he is fit, he's ready and he's rested. Thanks for watching.
Mr Turnbull, you're looking especially healthy after summer, especially healthy. Could you tell us how much weight have you lost? And for those who have an interest in it...
Expressed in gigahertz?
What is the secret of your weight loss?
Well, that's very kind of you to ask me about that. I tell you what I've learned, and it's this may seem like a penetrating glimpse of the obvious, but it's an insight that most of us ignore because it's too painful. The way to lose weight is to eat less. So I ate a lot less for a month and lost a lot of weight pretty quickly.
How much?
And I've kept about 14 kilos, and I've kept that weight off for 10 months simply by eating less than I used to, being less greedy, I suppose, than I used to.
Revitalised? More energy?
I think it's always a good idea, yes. I think I did. I certainly do feel full of energy. Yeah.
And
I'm glad you find it appealing.